Hey everyone! Welcome back to Dive English Zone, your favorite place to learn, reflect, and grow, one deep conversation at a time. You're listening to episode 26 of our English podcast, and today's topic is something I think we all need to hear. Relax and everything will come to you.
Oh, I love this topic already, Lily. It sounds like a warm hug, honestly. Hello guys, it's Sam here. And before we jump into today's topic, don't forget to check out the free PDF in the description. It includes the vocabulary we're going to use today, some reflection questions, and bonus tips for daily calmness.
And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss our weekly episodes. We're here every week with real-life topics, emotional honesty, and of course, friendly English practice.
All right, let's jump in. So Lily, this phrase, relax and everything will come to you. It sounds beautiful, but real talk. Does it actually work?
You know, Sam, I used to be someone who was always chasing things. Opportunities, people's approval, success, even peace. I always thought, if I don't try harder, I'll lose it all. But over time, I realized something important. When you chase too hard, life starts running away.
Wait, that's deep. When you chase too hard, life starts running away. But isn't effort important?
Yes, effort is essential. But here's the catch. There's a difference between giving your best and forcing things. When you force life to go your way, it pushes back. But when you show up, do your part, and then let go, things align more naturally.
So you're saying, relax, not because you're lazy, but because you've already done your part.
Exactly. Relaxation is not giving up. It's trust. Trust in your timing. Trust in your path. Trust that what's meant for you won't miss you.
Okay, that sounds peaceful. But what if someone says, I'm relaxing but nothing is coming to me? Like they're waiting and still silence. No signs, no miracles, no emails, no job, no love.
Haha, that's the hardest part, isn't it? But here's what I've learned. Sometimes when nothing is happening, everything is happening. It's just happening beneath the surface.
That reminds me of a story I read once about the Chinese bamboo tree. Have you heard of it?
Ooh, tell me.
So basically, the farmer plants the seed, waters it, takes care of the soil. But guess what? For the first 5 years, nothing happens. Not even a tiny sprout. People might think it's a dead seed. But on the 5th year, suddenly, it grows 90 feet in just 6 weeks.
I love that story because it's such a metaphor for life. Those first 5 years, they're not wasted. That seed is building roots. Deep, powerful, invisible roots. And that's what we don't see in our own lives. The progress we don't realize is happening.
Exactly. So maybe relaxing is like that. It's not being passive. It's having the patience and faith that your hard work is growing underground, even if you can't see it yet.
You know what else I realized, Sam? We're so used to doing, chasing, planning, that we actually forget how to receive. We block our own blessings.
Whoa, that's true. Sometimes when something good happens, people feel like they don't deserve it, or they overthink it. Is this too good to be true? Am I ready? And that overthinking steals the joy.
Yes. Relaxing is not just physical. It's mental and emotional. It's giving yourself permission to say, I'm ready to receive. I've done enough. I'm enough.
That's something we don't hear often enough, especially in a world that's always shouting, do more, be more, work harder.
Right. But there's power in quiet. There's power in pause. That's where creativity flows. Peace returns and life starts giving instead of taking.
Let's sneak in a little English lesson here. Since we're talking about relaxing, there are some nice idioms and expressions that fit the theme. Want to share some?
Absolutely. Here are a few. Let it go means to stop holding on to worry or control. She let it go and trusted the process. Go with the flow means to accept things as they come. Instead of stressing, I just went with the flow. Take a breather means to take a short break to relax. I needed to take a breather before the next meeting. Chill out, slang for relax, calm down. Hey, chill out. It's going to be fine.
Perfect. And here's one I love. Everything happens for a reason. People often use it when they don't understand why something is happening, but they trust it's for the best.
Yes, that one's a comfort quote for sure. It's not always easy to believe it in the moment, but later, when we look back, we usually see why.
Okay, Lily, time to be vulnerable. There was a time when I applied for a dream job. I did everything right, sent a killer resume, nailed the interview, had the experience, and still didn't get it.
Ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, I was crushed. But I decided, okay, I'm just going to let it be. Maybe it wasn't meant for me. And guess what? A month later, I got offered a job that was even better, with more flexibility and a team that actually respected me.
That's it. That's what we mean. When you relax, you create space for something better to come in. You don't fight the rejection. You accept it as redirection.
Wow, I needed that reminder today. Seriously, sometimes I still catch myself thinking, I should be further by now.
Oh, Sam, you and me both. But progress isn't always visible. Some days surviving is progress. Some days resting is. And guess what? That's enough.
Can we do something different today? Sure, what do you have in mind?
Let's take 30 seconds right now. Wherever you are, walking, commuting, studying, lying in bed, just pause. Put your hand on your heart. Breathe in slowly. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And now breathe out. Let it go. Let the worry go. Let the pressure go. Relax. And just be here.
Wow, that felt good. Thank you, Lily. That was the first time today I actually slowed down.
Let's talk about overthinking. What does overthinking actually do to us?
It steals your peace. It steals your sleep. And it makes small problems feel 10 times bigger. You create 100 what-ifs in your head. And suddenly, you're anxious about situations that haven't even happened.
Exactly. It's like we build a scary movie in our head and then live in it. But the truth is, most of the things we fear never actually happen.
That's true. I remember once, I didn't hear back from someone I liked, and I spent 3 days imagining that they were ignoring me, that they were mad, or had moved on. Turned out, their phone was broken. Literally.
That's a perfect example. So many of our worries are based on stories we create in our minds, not on reality. Relaxing means giving yourself permission to pause the story and return to the present moment.
Okay, so here's a question. What if someone says, I'm scared that if I stop pushing, I'll fall behind? Like, they feel guilty for resting.
That's such a common mindset, especially today. But listen carefully to this. Rest is not a reward, it's a requirement.
Wow, that hits hard. Say it again.
Rest is not a reward, it's a requirement. You don't have to earn rest. You're not a machine. You are a human being. And humans need time to process, to breathe, to heal, and to reset.
But sometimes when I rest, I feel lazy or guilty, like I'm wasting time.
Let me ask you something. When do your best ideas come to you?
Not when I'm stressed out, that's for sure.
Exactly. Your best ideas come when you're walking, in the shower, sitting quietly, or even right before you sleep. Because relaxed minds are creative minds. When you're tense, you block clarity.
Let's go deeper into this line you mentioned in part 1. What's meant for you won't miss you. It sounds nice, but is that always true?
I really believe it is. If something is truly aligned with your soul, your values, and your timing, it will find its way to you. Maybe not in the way or time you expect, but it will come.
I love that. But how do you know if something is meant for you?
You feel peace, even in uncertainty. Something doesn't have to be perfect to be right. It just needs to feel true to who you are. If you have to become someone you're not just to keep it, it's probably not meant for you.
That's really good. So, If you're constantly stressed or fighting for something, it might be a sign to step back.
Yes. Step back, breathe, and ask yourself, am I trying to force this, or is it flowing? If it's not flowing, maybe it's not aligned.
Okay. I've got an analogy. Life is like a giant puzzle. You're trying to put pieces together, but if you try to force the wrong piece into the wrong space, it won't fit. You might bend it, push it, even damage it, but it's still not the right piece.
Yes, that's perfect. When you relax, you're not giving up on the puzzle. You're just saying, this piece isn't ready yet. Let me find the one that fits now.
And sometimes, when you walk away for a bit and come back, you see it clearly. The right piece pops out.
Exactly. Space creates perspective.
Have you ever had something just fall into place when you finally let go?
Yes. One time I really wanted to collaborate with this brand. I emailed them, followed up. No response. I was disappointed. I let it go. A few weeks later, they reached out to me.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah. And I think that's because I stopped chasing and started attracting. When you relax, you become a magnet. A calm energy that says, I'm open, I'm ready, but I'm not desperate.
That's powerful. Desperation pushes things away, but calmness, it draws things closer.
All right, English learners, here are some expressions related to today's topic. Let the chips fall where they may means let the outcome happen naturally. Example, I've done my part. Now I'll let the chips fall where they may. It is what it is means accept the situation as it is. Example, I didn't get the role. Oh well, it is what it is. In the long run means over a long period of time. Example, relaxing now will help you in the long run. Go easy on yourself means don't be too hard on yourself. Example, you're trying your best, go easy on yourself.
I really like go easy on yourself, because let's be honest, we're our own worst critics most of the time.
True, but growth doesn't come from punishment. It comes from understanding, compassion, and gentle effort.
True, but growth doesn't come from punishment. It comes from understanding, compassion, and gentle effort.
Let's clarify something important. Relaxing doesn't mean you stop caring, right? Right? It means you stop controlling what's not yours to control. You trust. You show up, but you don't try to manage every outcome. You put down the weight that was never yours to carry.
That's so freeing, because we carry so much emotional weight, worrying about what people think, how others will react, if things will work out.
And when you drop that, you start to feel light again. You start to feel like yourself again. So Sam, let me ask you, how do you create mental space for yourself?
Honestly, I've learned that saying no to things that don't align with me is step number 1. When I say yes to everything, even things I don't want to do, I get overwhelmed and anxious.
That's a great answer. Saying no is actually one of the most powerful ways to say yes to your peace. It's okay to protect your time and energy.
What about you, Lily? How do you protect your peace?
For me, it's about setting boundaries. With people, with social media, even with myself. I limit my scrolling. I turn off notifications sometimes. I give myself permission to disconnect without guilt.
Yes, I do. Do not disturb mode now, and it's magical. Ha ha ha. Like sorry world. I'll get back to you when I'm mentally stable.
Exactly. Because the more cluttered your mind, the less room there is for creativity, peace, and joy. Relaxation starts with boundaries.
You said something powerful earlier. Let go of what isn't yours to carry. That hit me, because I think we carry a lot of invisible burdens.
We do. We carry people's opinions, their expectations, old guilt, regret, worry about the future, pressure to succeed, and none of that is helping us live in the present.
So how do we start letting go?
Here's a little exercise. Ask yourself this question. Is this helping me or hurting me? If a thought is hurting your peace, draining your energy, and making you feel small, it's time to release it.
Oof. I need to put that on a sticky note on my mirror. Is this helping me or hurting me?
You should. It's simple, but powerful. And another tip, shift your focus from what you can't control to what you can. You can't control people or outcomes, but you can control your energy, your breath, your response.
Okay, let's get practical. What are some small habits that help you stay relaxed and centered during the day?
Great question. Here are a few of mine. Morning check-in. Before I check my phone, I check in with myself. How do I feel? What do I need today? Deep breathing. I do this a lot. Just 1 minute of breathing slowly can reset your nervous system. Nature breaks. Even just looking at the sky or touching a plant helps me feel grounded. Journaling. I brain dump all the chaos in my head onto paper. Instant relief.
I love those. Mine would be stretching when I wake up. Feels like I'm telling my body, hey, we're alive. Saying no without over-explaining. That one changed my life. Listening to calm music, especially lo-fi or piano tracks when I'm working or studying. Taking a slow walk, not for exercise. Just walking, breathing, and observing.
Those are perfect. Because the truth is, relaxing isn't something you do once and forget. It's a practice, a mindset, a lifestyle.
Let's drop some affirmations now. Something people can say when they feel anxious or overwhelmed.
Yes, here are a few. I am doing the best I can. I release what I cannot control. What is meant for me will find me. Peace is my power.
I've got some too. I trust the timing of my life. Slowing down is not falling behind. I am enough even when I rest.
Listeners, feel free to pick one or two and repeat them daily. Say them out loud. Write them down. Affirmations remind your brain what really matters.
Okay, Lily. Let's talk about something that blew my mind once. You told me, you don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe and trust.
Haha, yes. Because life has a funny way of surprising you when you least expect it. Some of the best things in my life came after I stopped forcing everything.
Like what?
Like moving to a new place. I was scared. I didn't have a solid plan. But I followed the feeling, and it led to new friendships, new work, and so much personal growth.
That's beautiful. And I think that's a perfect reminder. It's okay not to have it all figured out. Relax. You're not late. You're not behind. You're right where you need to be.
Let's teach a few more expressions for our English learners out there. Roll with the punches means adapt to difficult situations. Example: things didn't go as planned, but I'm rolling with the punches. Go with the flow means relax and accept things as they happen. Example: we had no plan, so we just went with the flow. Let it be means accept something without trying to change it. Example: it's out of my hands now. I'll let it be. Take it one day at a time means don't rush. Handle things slowly and calmly. Example: life is overwhelming, so I take it one day at a time.
These phrases aren't just good English, they're good life advice. So Lily, you once told me that if you carry calm, calm will find you. Can you explain that?
Yes, it's one of my favorite truths. The energy you send out is the energy that returns to you. If you constantly chase and stress and fear everything, you attract more of that.
So if you want peace, you have to be peace?
Exactly. It doesn't mean ignoring your goals. It just means trusting more and fearing less. When you show the universe, or even just your own subconscious, that you believe you're safe, you'll start to feel safe.
That sounds deep. I guess a lot of us are running from something, trying to force everything. Yes, but life isn't a war. It's a rhythm, a season, a tide. Sometimes things fall apart. Sometimes they bloom. And in all of that, you're allowed to slow down. You know what I used to think? That if I relaxed, I'd lose momentum. That slowing down meant failure.
A lot of people think like that. Because we live in a world that worships urgency. But what if I told you that slowing down is actually sacred?
Tell me more.
There are seasons where you're meant to plant, others where you're meant to grow, and sometimes there's a season where all you do is wait and rest. That doesn't mean you're wasting time. It means you're preparing for your next chapter.
So, we don't need to force every door open?
Nope. The right door opens when you're calm enough to notice it, and sometimes when you try to open something too early, it backfires.
Wow, that makes me emotional. I guess not getting something I want right now doesn't mean I'll never get it.
Exactly. Delay is not denial, and stillness is not weakness. The universe has perfect timing, but it takes courage to be patient.
Lily, can we talk about stillness for a second? Like, actually doing nothing. Because that's hard.
Yes. It's so hard because we tie our value to productivity. We think we have to earn rest. But here's the truth. Stillness is a gift. It allows us to reconnect with our soul, our inner child, our purpose. When you're still, you can finally hear yourself.
I think that's why people get scared of silence. Because in silence, the truth gets loud.
Wow, that's powerful, Sam. Silence reveals what you've been avoiding. But once you face it, you free yourself.
Okay, Lily, let's talk about this quote I saw the other day. What's meant for you will not pass you. Is that true?
Yes, 100%. I've lived it. I've watched people walk out of my life and cried over it, only to find out later. Their absence made space for something more aligned.
So you're saying that even rejection and delays can be a redirection?
Exactly. Life is always guiding you toward what's right for you, even when it doesn't feel like it. So if you've done your best, if your heart is honest, and the door still closes, trust that it wasn't your door.
I think a lot of our listeners need to hear that, especially those feeling tired of waiting.
So here's what I say to them. You're not too late. You're not falling behind. You're on a unique timeline, and things are unfolding in ways you can't yet see.
Lily, let's give our listeners a few more practical tools before we wrap up.
Absolutely. If you want to relax and let life flow, try these. Breathe before reacting. When something triggers you, pause, inhale, exhale. Respond from calm, not chaos. Use gentle self-talk. Instead of, "Why is nothing working?" Try, "Everything is unfolding for me, even if I can't see it yet." Do grounding rituals. This could be journaling, praying, meditating, or just drinking tea slowly. Connect with nature. Trees, water, stars, they all move at their own pace. Let them teach you. Say affirmations that calm your nervous system, like, "I am safe. I am exactly where I need to be." Good things take time.
I'm writing all of that down right now. These are so doable, and they don't require perfection, just intention.
Before we go, I want to share this. You are more than your productivity. You are more than your goals. You are more than your pressure. You are worthy, even when you rest, even when you slow down, even when you're simply being.
And if no one has told you this today, let us say it now. You're doing great. You've come so far. You're allowed to exhale.
Let peace find you. Let love find you. Let your dreams unfold in their own time.
Because the more you relax, the more everything will start to come to you. With ease, with grace, with joy.
Let's end with a few final English expressions related to today's theme. Let the chips fall where they may, meaning accept whatever happens without trying to control it. Take it easy, meaning relax, don't stress. Sit back and watch it unfold, meaning let events happen naturally. Go easy on yourself, meaning be kind to yourself, don't be too harsh.
Remember to use these expressions in your journaling, your speaking practice, or even as mantras.
Before we say goodbye, don't forget, the free PDF for this episode is available in the description. It includes journaling prompts, today's affirmations, vocabulary and expressions, reflection questions to help you practice stillness and peace,
And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Dive English Zone. More powerful, heart-centered English podcasts are coming your way.
Tag us when you listen. Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this episode helped you, send it to someone you love.
Thanks for being part of our cozy little zone. Wherever you are in the world, remember this.
Relax, and everything will come to you.